I delivered a boy and a girl at 25 weeks and 2 days. Serena lived for an hour and passed away in Mike's arms. And Colton was immediately rushed to the NICU and put on a ventilator.
The day that Colton was born, I was on call. I came in and immediately knew that it was an emergency situation. We were all working together to give Colton the best outcome possible.
So Colton spent 107 days at the Cottage Hospital Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
There's our boy, and he's fighting for his life, so we had to just focus on him and give him everything we have.
Are you shaking your little hand, dude?
You know, the fundamental thing to understand about a baby like Colton, and really all premature infants, is that they're not abnormal, they're not finished. If the lungs are incompletely matured, then we help with breathing. If the heart is having trouble maintaining blood pressure, we help with that. It's always the same. Normal, but not finished.
Colton has been fighting his entire life. He started out, he was almost in the palm of your hand. His whole entire hand would fit entirely through my ring.
Cottage Hospital was amazing, especially the doctors and nurses of the NICU, our family.
Absolutely, they saved his life. Cottage was 100% responsible for us having our child right now.
It is a privilege to be involved in the care of someone's child, and we never forget it.
He's a happy, happy baby. He smiles a lot, he laughs a lot. And when I was in the hospital, that's all I hoped for. I hoped for a healthy, happy baby, and I really believe I got that. I'm thankful.
The day of the accident was February 18th, 2014. Dad driving me to school and Layla was in the back with me.
I went and picked the phone up and it was my husband. He said, "Shelly, you have to come, it's bad."
That morning on the way out, we were basically T-boned by a Suburban.
Elijah is awesome. He is my oldest of two. He's very athletic. He's very sociable. He loves sports. He loves to read. He's just an awesome kid.
And it wasn't until one of the EMTs looked at me and asked, so is your son going to be aerovac'd down to Cottage, or are they going to drive him out there? And I'm looking at him like, what do you mean? Is that I assume we're all going to the same hospital, we'll get there relatively the same time. He's like, nah, with his injuries, he's going out to Cottage.
Dr. Garvin came out, his angel on duty came out, and he opened him up, and he was just like, wow. Thank God he did. Thank God he acted on what he knew and what he had seen in the past and not wait.
He had a diaphragmatic injury, meaning that the muscle that separates the chest from the abdomen was ruptured.
We have never been through anything like this before. So for us to see him like that we couldn't do anything but just cry.
It took me hours to get all the glass that had been shattered in his hair. And I thought this would be a good thing for the mother to help me with, to feel that she was doing something.
Their care helped us get over this huge mountain. And then his nurse, Joanne, she was probably his second angel on duty that day, and she made him get up, brush his teeth. So that just helped him transition back to reality too.
In the meanwhile, we became very close, because I don't know anyone who couldn't be close with this family.
Elijah, I know was an athlete in school, and last I spoke with he and his family, he was running track and was doing great. So we're really proud to hear that.
Elijah is worth more than silver and gold to me. I'm so glad he is here today. Their angels were on duty that day, that morning, and at the hospital. That's why I still have them today.
I am happy to be alive.
Day 1, June 20th. Hello all, I'm Richard, Kathy Oehler's husband. As many of you already know, Kathy has suffered a stroke.
He said, "Kathy, what's wrong?" And I couldn't answer, and he actually lowered me to the floor and said, "Should I call 911?" And I remember saying yes, but he said I didn't answer.
She had a severe hemorrhage, brain hemorrhage from an aneurysm, and she was in a deep coma, massive brain swelling.
It must have been at 3 o'clock in the morning or so that Cottage managed to assemble a crack surgical team to come in there and take care of Kathy within hours. I would say at 6 o'clock in the morning, they took her out, and that's when I met Dr. Zauner, who, God bless Dr. Zauner, he's an amazing man. They didn't know how long she would be in a coma. When they tried to wake her up, she didn't wake up. I was with Kathy, trying to explain the situation as I understood it, and she looked at me. That's the first time in over a month that she actually looked. And her eyeballs turned over and looked at me, and I jumped. I was thrilled.
The aides and everybody that works in the hospital is really wonderful and caring and made me feel so comfortable. They're the unsung heroes.
October 1st, 3 months in, life looks different. I have learned to be more grateful not only for the hours that remain to us, but also for the hours that we were given these past 3 months at Cottage, and for how those remarkable hours will have changed Kathy and me for good and for better.
Thank you, Cottage Hospital. You've given us our boy Colton Vogel, and we are grateful every single day.
Because of you, I still have my son. He saw his 15th birthday, and he's working on his 16th one now. And I say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.